Welcome to this Vata balancing practice. You'll need 2 little pillows or rolled up blankets for underneath your thighs, coming onto the back with cross-legged or soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana legs, knees wide, blankets underneath the thighs or little pillows. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Letting the breath rise and fall underneath your hands. Feel the support of the earth underneath the back of the body. And if you discover any restlessness in the mind or the body, see if you can open to that experience without reacting to it. Now bring the hands onto the side ribs and begin to, with an open mouth, breathe into the side ribs. Whispered ah, so this is ujjayi breath. Whispered ha, feel the side ribs come back together when you exhale. So inhale, exhale. Close your mouth and continue to breathe that way. Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. Keep this breath as a commitment throughout your practice. Then we start to add movement. So remove any props that were underneath the thighs. Bring the knees together slowly. Keep the left foot onto the earth. And then flex your right foot. Create a figure 4 or pigeon shape. Bringing the ankle onto the left thigh. And then if there's space, interlace the fingers behind the left inner thigh and draw that knee closer to you. Long deep breaths into the hips. Long breaths out. One more breath in. Long breath out. Now we'll transition, keeping the same shape, left foot back on the ground, and then slide that right leg even more across. See if you can pull your belly muscles to your spine as you draw your knees toward you. Interlace the fingers around the knees if that feels okay. Keep the feet flexed. Or if you can reach for the outside of the feet, keeping the feet flexed, so toes towards the knees. See if you can hug the legs together, the thighs together, and then softly and slowly release. Right foot stays on the earth. Left leg comes into that pigeon or figure 4 shape, so ankle onto the right thigh. Then maybe that's plenty, or maybe you interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Breathing deep as you keep the left foot flexed. And see if you can again really bring that breath towards the side ribs. Long deep breath in. And exhale out. Bring your right foot back onto the ground. And then slide that left leg even further across. Again, you can hold onto the knees, keeping the feet flexed. Or if it feels good, reach for the outside of your feet. Good. So you really want to feel the inner thighs hugging together, creating even here stability. And now unravel, bring the knees together into the chest, Apanasana, and then rock and roll a few times, rocking back and up. Rocking back, massage the whole back body and up. Good. From there, come onto hands and knees. Bring your hands now slightly more in a diagonal line from your shoulders, spreading the fingers, curl the toes under, and then push up and back into downward facing dog. In your down dog, you're going to ground through the hands, keep the sit bones lifted, and then lift your heels so belly stays towards thighs. Exhale, lower the heels down towards the earth. They do not have to touch. Inhale, lift the heels, keep the belly to the thighs so upper body doesn't move. Exhale, lowering the heels to the earth. One last time, feeling that lift through the heels, and then use that to begin to walk to the top of the mat, folding forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold at the top. Hands on the shins, lift halfway, inhale. Hands on the calves, sliding down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands slide from the front of the legs all the way up, hands together above the crown. Exhale, hands at the heart. Inhale, lift the arms, keep the hands pressed together. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, touch the earth. Hands on the shins, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot a big step back and bring your knee to the earth. Both hands press onto that left thigh, lifting the chest, and then feel that you can hug the inner thighs together on an inhale, lifting the chest. On an exhale, with that stability in the lower body, lower the pelvis just a little bit more towards the earth. So grounding down, hugging inner thighs together on an inhale, and then lower a little bit more through the pelvis on an exhale. Bring the hands now down next to the front foot, lift the right knee, and then step the left foot back next to the right. Take a nice long deep breath in your plank, heart forward, heels press back, tailbone down. And then slowly bring the knees down and the chest all the way to the earth. Elbows underneath the shoulders for Sphinx pose, lengthening the spine. Inhale. Exhale, belly to spine, chin to chest, round the back. Inhale, bring your chest forward and up. Exhale, rounding the spine a little bit, pull the belly muscles to your spine. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, this time hands underneath shoulders. Pull the belly muscles to the spine once again, curl the toes under, inhale. And then exhale with the strength of your core, press back to downward facing dog. Ground through both hands. On an inhale, bring your right leg up into the sky. Do this in the full length of the inhale instead of throwing it up. And then when you exhale, lower the left heel more down to the earth. Take one more inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest and step the foot through, bringing the left knee down. Also on this side, both hands push down into the thigh, lengthening the spine. Hug the inner thighs together, and on an exhale, lower the hips slightly more to the earth. So hug inner thighs in, feel the energy rise from your roots, and then lower slightly more with that stability in your legs. Bring the hands next to the front foot, lift the left knee, and then gather your energy at your core, step the left foot next to the right, fold at the top of the mat. Hands slide from the front of the legs up, together at the heart, above the crown. And exhale, hands at the heart. Inhale for the second side, lifting the arms. Exhale, bow to the earth. Slide the hands down the backs of the legs this time. Hands on the shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step your left foot a big step back. Bring the knee to the earth. Inner thighs draw together again as you press the hands onto the right thigh, and even feel that energetically your right heel draws to your back knee. Bring your hands down now, lift the left knee, step the right foot back to plank, and then lower as a straight plank, knees or straight legs. Hands underneath the shoulders, lift your chest for cobra pose, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, wave down to your belly. Curl the toes under, deep inhale. Exhale from your core strength, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take an inhale here and ground through the hands, exhale. Bring your left leg slowly up to the sky. And then when you exhale, lower the right heel more down to the earth. Take one more in breath. And then on an exhale, bring that left knee to your chest and step the foot through between the hands. Lower the right knee to the ground. Hands on the thighs, roll the shoulders back, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt your hips more down with that strength in the inner thighs. Hands next to the foot, lift your right knee, inhale. Exhale, step right foot next to left, fold forward, Uttanasana. On an inhale, lift your arms all the way up. And exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale as we'll transition, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, slide the hands down the backs of the legs. Hands on the shins, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands down, step the feet back into plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale is a straight plank, knees or straight legs come down to your belly. Point the toes back, lift for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, wave to the earth. Curl the toes under, belly muscles to spine, and on an exhale, all the way back to downward facing dog. From your dog, begin to lift the right leg to the sky on an inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest, step through between the hands. This time the back heel comes down for warrior one. Lift your arms up. And then when you exhale, circle the arms behind you and interlace the fingers behind the back. Inner thighs once again hug towards the midline as you lift your chest. Keep the hips steady and then wave forward, humble warrior. So your hips are staying even. Right hip slightly more back, left hip slightly more forward. Let your head drop here. Feel the release through the crown of the head. Any excess thinking, let it go. On an inhale, lift back up, bring the arms overhead, gaze stays forward. And when you exhale, bring the hands down next to the front foot. Hands ground, lift the back heel, step to plank inhale. Feel the strength in the core as you lower down, knees or straight legs. Hands underneath the shoulders, tops of the feet press down, lift for Cobra. Exhale, wave to the earth. Curl the toes under, deep inhale. Exhale, belly muscles to spine, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Again, use the full length of the inhale to lift. Full length of the exhale to step through. Back heel comes down, 45-degree angle. Inhale, bring the arms up, warrior one. Gaze stays forward or down. Exhale, circle the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Lift and lengthen your chest as the knuckles of the hands move away from the heart. And then keep the whole lower body the same as the upper body flows down like a waterfall. Let the head relax. Keep that left hip slightly back, right hip slightly forward, and anchor down through the feet. Long deep breaths. Feel that there is this natural lift of the lower belly and the pelvic floor on your exhales. Now root to rise, root through the feet, just like the tree behind me, to rise up. Lift your arms to the sky. And then exhale, root again through the legs, through the feet as the fingertips stay lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, let the hands come down next to the front foot. Bring your right heel off the earth. Step the left foot back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down on the exhale. Inhale for Cobra, again long spine. Exhale, wave to the earth. Curl the toes under, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time from your dog, simply step the right foot forward, coming into pigeon, so flexing the right foot. If this doesn't feel great for your knee, you can repeat the pose, thread the needle that we did on our back. Now keep the left toes curled under, lift and lengthen the spine, and then on an exhale, wave forward and down. So you're going to use that inner thighs hugging towards the midline action again to stay strong and steady, and exhale, wave through the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. You can release back toes, you can stay on your hands, come onto your elbows. Or if it feels accessible, you can make a pillow with your hands and let your forehead rest, making sure the skin of the forehead is melting down towards the nose. Nice long deep breaths here. Feel if you can breathe into your hips, into your pelvis. And then let the hands come back underneath the shoulders. Pull back from the belly all the way to downward facing dog. Pedal out through the heels. And then also for the other side, you have the option to come onto your back for thread the needle. Otherwise, come forward with that left leg into pigeon, flexing the left foot. Curl the right toes under, hug the inner thighs towards the midline to lift. And then on an exhale, wave forward and down as if you're seaweed in the ocean. How would you move if you were seaweed? Lifting the chest on an inhale. Exhale, wave towards the earth. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, this time come down, either with the hands, with the elbows, or make a pillow with your hands or your fist. Release the back toes and really let the whole body melt towards the earth. Feel the support of Mother Earth underneath you. Hands back down underneath the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one more full, deep breath here. And then on an exhale, stepping forward, crossing the legs, you can come down onto your back. Stretching out the legs, the arms for Shavasana. Put on any layers to keep you warm, or maybe an eye pillow. Bolster underneath the knees for extra support. And then let the whole body become one with Mother Earth. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. By John O'Donohoe. Now slowly begin to draw a deeper breath in, longer breath out, letting the knees slowly come into the chest. And then roll over to your right side, relax your head on your arm. And from there, press up, coming into a seated position. And from here, we will practice Brahmari Pranayama. So you close your ears with your thumbs in a moment. And then bring your peace fingers gently on your eyes, closing the eyes. Now inhale through the nose and exhale, hum through the mouth. Two more on your own. Slowly releasing the hands, palms of the hands face down on the thighs. Keep the eyes closed. And for the next few breaths, on the inhale, quietly say to yourself, I am here. On the exhale, quietly say to yourself, now is all there is. I am here. Now is all there is. Start to let the mantra fade as the hands come at the heart. Bow your head to your heart. Namaste.